Karl Marx was a 19th-century philosopher, economist, historian, political theorist, and revolutionary socialist whose ideas have had a profound influence on various fields, including political science, sociology, and economics. He was born on May 5, 1818, in Trier, Prussia, to a middle-class family. His father, a lawyer, provided him with a good education, which allowed Marx to attend the University of Bonn and later the University of Berlin. At university, Marx became involved in radical politics and joined a group of young Hegelians who challenged the established norms and ideas of the time. His early writings focused on philosophy, but he soon shifted his interest towards economics and politics. In 1843, Marx moved to Paris, where he met Friedrich Engels, a fellow writer and thinker who would become his close collaborator and lifelong friend. Their partnership led to the development of foundational ideas in Marxist theory. In 1848, Marx and Engels published the Communist Manifesto, a political pamphlet that presented their theories about society, economics, and politics. The manifesto called for the working class to rise against the bourgeoisie, promoting the idea that class struggle is a driving force in historical development. Marx's ideas about capitalism being inherently exploitative and leading to class conflict resonated with many and galvanized socialist movements across Europe. Marx's most significant work, Das Kapital, was published in 3 volumes, with the first volume appearing in 1867. In this work, he analyzed the capitalist mode of production, examining how capital accumulation and the exchange of labor affect society. Marx's critique of capitalism emphasized how the system leads to inequality, alienation, and economic crises. Throughout his life, Marx faced numerous challenges, including poverty and political exile. He lived in several cities, including Brussels, Cologne, and London, where he continued his writing and activism. He was involved in various political organizations, including the International Workingmen's Association, which sought to unite workers across national boundaries. Marx's ideas laid the groundwork for much of modern socialist theory and inspired various political movements, leading to the emergence of Marxist-Leninist states in the 20th century. His theories have been critiqued and adapted by numerous thinkers, leading to diverse interpretations of Marxism. Marx died on March 14, 1883, in London, but his legacy lives on. His analysis of capitalism, class struggle, and social change continues to be relevant and influential, prompting ongoing debates about economic justice, labor rights, and the role of the state in society. His work has shaped not only political thought but also the development of social theories and movements around the world. Karl Marx was a German philosopher, economist, historian, sociologist, political theorist, and revolutionary socialist. Born on May 5, 1818, in Trier, Prussia, he came from a relatively middle-class family. His father was a lawyer, which allowed Marx access to a good education. He studied law and philosophy at the University of Bonn and later at the University of Berlin, where he became involved with the Young Hegelians, a group that critiqued traditional German philosophy and advocated for radical social change. In 1843, Marx moved to Paris, where he became immersed in the intellectual and revolutionary movements of the time. It was in Paris that he began collaborating with Friedrich Engels, a relationship that would shape both their lives and socialism as a political movement. Together, they published critical works, including the Communist Manifesto, in 1848, which called for the working class to rise against the bourgeoisie and laid the groundwork for modern socialism and communism. Marx's most significant contribution is his analysis of capitalism, prominently featured in his seminal work, Das Kapital. In this multi-volume work, Marx explored the dynamics of capital accumulation, exploitation of labor, and the inherent contradictions of capitalism, arguing that it would ultimately lead to its own downfall. His theories of historical materialism asserted that material conditions and economic factors drive historical change, emphasizing class struggle as a central element of social development. Throughout his life, Marx faced political persecution and financial hardship. After leaving Paris for Brussels and then Cologne, he encountered increasing resistance to his revolutionary ideas. Despite these challenges, he continued to write extensively, contributing to various publications and establishing the International Workingmen's Association in 1864 to promote international solidarity among workers. Marx's ideas gained traction in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, influencing various socialist movements across Europe and beyond. His thoughts laid the groundwork for many political ideologies and movements, including the rise of communism in Russia and other parts of the world. Karl Marx died on March 14, 1883, in London. His legacy continues to provoke debate and discussion, shaping the dialogue around economics, politics, and social justice. The impact of his theories remains evident in contemporary socio-political movements, making him one of the most influential figures in the history of political thought.